Hey, Cashlick Bowcraft here today. Wanted to show you guys a quiver that I just made. A quiver and some primitive arrows that I just made. Well, the arrows have already been made, but the quiver I just made. Anyway, it's just a canvas bag that I sewed up using just regular canvas that you buy from Home Depot. I think they sell it as a painter's drop cloth or something like that. But anyway, it's just a regular piece of canvas that I sewed up, put a river cane or bamboo shaft in for the backbone of it. I've got some just a rag that I threw onto the bottom here to cushion the broadhead so they don't poke through the bag. A lot of times I just didn't have one, but I use like a PVC cap. You know, the little plastic caps that you use to cap a PVC pipe. You can put one of those in there and just line it with some cloth or some cork material, or even throw in some shavings, wood shavings onto the bottom here, just to give it a little bit of protection from the broadhead so they don't poke through the bag. I've got this is just regular jute twine that I twisted to make it a little bit thicker, and I made a strap for it, a really simple type quiver that I have found that are the best types of quivers to have. You know, people, and I also have made you know, the PVC pipe quivers. I've made my own basket quivers, even the leather quivers as well. But these ones here are pretty easy to make, and they do the job just fine. I've made a few of them, and I end up giving them away because they're just so easy to make. I just make myself a new one. Anyway, so that's the quiver, and here's my primitive arrows. This one here is just a regular poplar shaft with this is my first ever obsidian broadhead that I napped. I released a video earlier about this, but since it's my first one, I'm keeping it, and I'll probably try to do some hunting with it when the opportunity arises. Here's another one, the same type of shaft, but I have it fletched with wild turkey feathers, and it's bound with real sinew. Have regular self-nocks on the ends. That is my second obsidian broadhead that I ever made, so I decided to keep that one too. Here's some river cane shafts. Let's see here. River cane arrows that I made that I actually do use. This one here is the one I used to shoot a pig with. You can see the blood stains still on the sinew. But those are my river cane shafts that I have. This arrow here started its life out as a fishing arrow for bow fishing. But since I don't bow fish, I made it into just a regular hunting arrow. It's just a little bit longer than the other ones, but I reshaped the point after I broke it and use it as a regular hunting arrow now. I know that I did put a video out showing how this thing works. Okay, these are 3 arrows that I just made. These are ocean spray shafts, hafted on with a real sinew, the wild turkey feathers. Self-nocks were cut right into the shaft, and I have steel trade points glued onto the shaft. These points typically come, you know, like a triangle shape, and what I did, I cut off the ends so that it would be easier to pull out of the quiver, and it's easier to pull out of my target. So these ones here I made for a bow that I gathered the materials and components for to during my deer hunt. And I made a bow out of wood, and I made the arrows out of wood that we gathered from the area that we hunted deer at. In fact, the sinew on this arrow is from the deer that I actually shot while we were up there. So I made these 3 arrows for that particular bow, of which I'm going to shoot another video for, and you'll see how these particular arrows shoot. But anyway, these are my primitive arrows that I have as my own personal arrows. And if one day I ever do go hunting with them again, I will definitely film it and share it on YouTube. Anyway, Cashtook Bowcraft, thanks for watching.